Hi, I'm Mike with Become a Better Guitar Player, and this is part 2 of my homemade Fender Esquire build. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel. So in part 1, I laid out all the parts that I got for this guitar. And it's mostly Fender parts with the exception of I got a Warmoth neck and a Seymour Duncan pickup. Everything else is pretty much Fender parts. This body I bought from an individual on eBay. I don't know who made it. I think he did. But anyway, it was not used. It was brand new. So, first thing I did was I assembled most of the parts on this guitar body. I shielded the cavities with metal tape, especially around the pickup. And then I wired this up to a Seymour Duncan wiring diagram for an Esquire guitar. I had to solder in the wiring on it. And I used some electrical tape to cover up some of the unshielded ground wires, just so they don't short out against something. With the exception of soldering the wires, everything basically was done with a few simple tools like a screwdriver and a small crescent wrench. I was very careful to mask everything off with tape as I was building it so I don't have any unintentional battle scars on it from my tools. All right, now my Warmoth neck that I got was an unfinished neck when I got it. So I had to stain it. I stained it a very light, natural color. It almost looks like it doesn't have any stain on it. And then I sprayed it with a coat of lacquer 3 times. Then I put on the headstock decals. And then I added more lacquer on top of it. Then I had to install the tuning gears, and I actually got a couple of lacquer cracks after I installed my tuning gears, which I didn't want, but it makes it look like an old guitar, so I'm not going to worry about that. I think it makes it look nice. So now all I have to do is bolt on the neck. The Warmoth necks have a very interesting adjustment situation on them. For adjusting the tension rod, you have an adjustment right here, and then there's an adjustment right here, and they have instructions on how to adjust that, and it's very nice. And it's very easy to adjust the neck later on because the one screw is exposed. So there's 4 bolts that hold the neck on. You want to alternate the pattern when you tighten these screws up. Randomly snugged up, just like that. Flip it over, remove the protective coatings, just like that. And I have my fake Fender Esquire. And I'm going to say this, I'm not going to try to sell this to somebody and say it's a real Fender. I definitely don't like counterfeit guitars. But on the other hand, I have a Fender Esquire, which is a very hard guitar to find. Most people buy a Telecaster and turn them into an Esquire. But I've got my Esquire format for my guitar. I've got an Ibanez thin neck, and I've got my favorite pickup, a Seymour Duncan pickup, all in a Fender guitar. So all I have to do now is put a set of strings on it, do a little fine tuning to it, set up the action, and we'll give it a play and see how it sounds. So stay tuned for episode number 3, where I'll have it done and we'll plug it in and listen to it, and I'll give you a price breakdown on what the price of this guitar compared to just going out and buying one, okay? So stay tuned, and we'll bring that video for you next. And if you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and we'll make some more, okay? Thank you. Have a good day.